Okay, time lapse done. The initial phase of this project done. And I think that for the framework of the base, this is already looking like it's heading in the right direction. The current working name for this project is Golden Compass because it looks kind of like a compass. It has very like direction centric kind of design and stuff like that. Let me know. I'm not like super crazy about that name, but I do like it enough. I'm like, yeah, I can live with that. But if you have a better name suggestion, let me know in the comments down below. Other than that, I do have one thing I would like to point out, which is I have a Supremium Axe now. I threw my Paxil out over the edge because I am an idiot, but this thing has been awesome. It also has no durability issues because it's unlimited durability, and it also does a lot more attack damage than the Paxil did, so far this has been doing pretty well for me. I haven't really needed a shovel or an axe, I guess, so it's been pretty good. Anyways, enough babbling, on to the showcasing! Oh, and also, mega lamps. I forgot to mega torches. I didn't talk about this at the very start, I don't think, but mega torches, I am using these to block mob spawns. Dread lamps are also in use to help block things like squid and bats and stuff like that. But anyways, here we go. I introduce to you, again, working name, Golden Compass. So this entire thing is it's been pretty interesting. Again, it's a framework, and you'll notice that we don't have a lot of machines and stuff in place, and it's multi-reason, right? One of the reasons that we are not doing this as a fully functional thing right away is because we just aren't there in the game yet. We have a lot of stuff that I have to grind for and junk like that, and there is some stuff that's just gonna be a huge pain to do, and I didn't want to do it all in one episode, and especially not with the other guys. I wanted to have the other guys involved with that whole process because that will be, number one, it'll be very helpful to have extra hands on deck, but it will also be pretty darn cool to get this set up and kind of have it expand as we go along. I think that'll be a little bit better pacing. The entire thing took about 6 hours to put together, so not too bad, not too shabby. It's kind of, I try to make it not like too medievally or fantasy or anything like that, so I think I'm trying to get like more of a modern look. Also, because everyone complained about the stone block beyond me, it's like, it's so dark, man, why is it so dark? I made this so it didn't have as much shadow like play and kind of stuff involving like darkness, so it's really, really bright. Anyways, upper floor, let's talk about it. Main spire tower thingy here. In the inside, because there is an inside here, let me whip some stone out here. So, when it comes to the inside, you can see we have a dread lamp and a mega torch right there, but this whole area, probably going to be something similar like we did in Stone Block, if you're familiar with that, but there's probably a lot of ME drives that are going to fit in here. Maybe even connection points to some quantum rings and stuff like that. Since channels aren't really an issue anymore, I'm kind of curious to see how that would work, but the idea is certainly to use this as the main housing thing for this. You can see we merge all these Fluix cables to each other. We'll showcase that again in a moment here, but we do have everything currently set up for functioning use right away as soon as we get everything hooked up. We do have the endpoints of this as well, so we have a crafting terminal possible in one or both locations. I'm thinking probably like one crafting, one liquid, so we can just check on things on the fly. So that is all the way around. Pretty cool. Right below that, we have this kind of little cup dome structure. We have a little bit of a tank here, something kind of fun, so you could fish here, or you could go ahead and, I guess if you really wanted to just like fill up water, although you'd probably have to do it from the bottom. But something I think adds a little bit more character to this, kind of fun. I'll also show you the view from the bottom, but pretty neat. We have, of course, the Fluix cable now put into one actual line, which is nice, so we don't have to worry about this kind of like being 4 different cables going down. Pretty darn cool. We're probably going to be using this as the AE2 like production side of things. What I mean by that is the processing units and stuff like that will probably go into here is my guess. But that's the current working plan. All the way down, central point, this is going to be where we put all the different terminals, crafting, liquid, processing, blah, blah, blah. So this is going to probably be where we're going to be using as our central point. This is also, this very bottom layer is going to be the kind of base plate where we're going to be having most of our stuff happening, hopefully, if things kind of pan out the way we want. Also, using clear glass, pretty cool. It's super duper clear. I actually get confused sometimes if there's something there, but there's definitely glass here, so cool. There's none out here, but there's some in here, so kind of cool. Okay, so let's talk about these cardinal directions first. Little pools of water, so if you want to go fishing by your place, that's fine. You could, I guess, also pick up water from here too. But these are going to be the replacements for the cardinal direction base things that we have in the current base, the original base. So you can kind of build your own house and stuff out here. So each of the 4 of us has our own place to build a home. Also, you may notice that we just had an android spawn here, which is super annoying. These guys don't seem to respect mega torches. I do have one that's tucked away here, so you can see like smoke popping up every now and then. There's a mega torch just hidden right inside of this whole gate thing. But yeah, androids have been really weird. We'll probably talk about that another time too, but very odd situation. So 4 different places for 4 different homes. And then on the corners, so northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest, these are going to be our productivity centers. There's nothing here yet, again, because we want to do this all together. I also think that this is going to be one of those places where I'm not quite sure how it's going to play out. I'm not sure if I'm going to want to put bonsais in any of these areas, or like mystical agriculture, for example. Those 2 things have a lot of things that are loading, and I think making them as efficiently designed as possible in like a small enough area will be important. So I'm not super sure. It might be the case that we end up putting them here, but as of right now, I think the only thing I'm planning to put into these positions is 1 for Tinker's construct. I think that's going to be pretty important. And then 1 for like machines and stuff. So your cyclic machines, your industrial foregoing machines, blah, blah, blah. So that'll probably end up being some stuff that gets put into these corners. And then we have these other 2 corners, which again, it might be for bonsais if I decide to put them there. I don't think mystical agriculture, but maybe mystical agriculture. We'll certainly see. You might be wondering at this point, like, well, if you're going to be migrating, what about all the stuff at the old base? We're going to keep it there. A lot of those things are still going to be running. So whenever it comes to stuff like our mob farm, I don't see the point of making a mob farm here. It just makes everything a little bit more convoluted. So we're going to leave the mob farm away from this new base, and then we'll have it running, but not needing us to immediately be there. Other than that, I have one more thing to show you. One last trick up the sleeve, which if you've been watching the time lapse, obviously you'll kind of have an idea of. But this framework does have one more trick up its sleeve. So currently, you can notice it's just kind of like a very happy, like, ooh, it's a floating structure kind of thing. But the hit of a button, because everyone knows I love to play with water and builds and stuff, the central tower almost turns to a giant fountain, which I think looks really cool. And we can obviously retract the water as well. And then this water feeds down, it fills the basin up, which is kind of nice, but it doesn't stop there. It actually keeps on going. It'll kind of fill in kind of weirdly in the inside of this cup part, which is kind of strange. But it's going to go ahead and drop all the way down and make this nice water curtain for us to work with. So it's almost like an extra set of walls, but they're retractable walls and they're just made of water. It's kind of neat, nice and neat. Combined night is what I ended up coming up with, all right? But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed it. Let me go ahead and just kind of take a look at it. Already did give me ops so I can mess around with time and stuff like that. And potentially even more importantly than that, there have been some pretty bad thunderstorms going around, which backing up the server, if I feel really, really nervous about, can be pretty important, I guess. But also was necessary because I also have my player data being kind of dumb. Apparently when he had a 1 power outage on the server, and that ended up killing my player data, I think. So whenever I fall into the void, I actually die, which is not great. But yeah, there it is, the Golden Compass. Again, working name. Let me know what you guys think. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below as well, kind of like your thoughts about this whole build and stuff like that. I hope the framework looks good. I'm actually a little bit more nervous about this build than normal with the other builds, because it is kind of... I think it's fairly clean, and I wouldn't say it's basic, but it is a little bit more like there was not as much machinery and stuff added into here, but this is the cleanest our but our framework has ever been, and I'm pretty happy about it. So let me know how you all think or how you all feel about this. And yeah, I'm sorry, I'm really loopy. We've been recording this for a while now, so yeah, it's been a little bit of a lengthy one, but hope you all enjoyed. And if you did, consider leaving a like rating down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you like to get notifications, hit the notification bell. And yeah, so we built the framework today. And next time, I don't know what will be coming on. So this will have happened right after Twilight Forest, the first part of it. Texas had some like weird stuff going on where like the power company or something around that area like exploded or something. Not actually, things are not that bad, but something about his power is all funky. So this is going to be Twilight Forest 1 build episode. Twilight Forest 2 is probably coming up next. If not that, then we'll probably work on some other things here and there in Sky Factory, like maybe a little more machinations and stuff like that. But yeah, that's the current game plan. So anyways, hope you all enjoyed. And as always, most importantly, take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful, safe day. And until next time, ciao for now.